It's the Caleb MTG Show.
Yeah, you're correct, Aegis. I have been asked it a lot. Maybe Ravager. You could also, like, be paranoid that the Fury's about to kill you, right? Because it hits much, much harder than a 2-2. But yeah, I just wasn't even thinking about that mode of Kolaghan's command. It wasn't that I, was, like, not even on my brain. That's the plan, which... Yeah, next turn, or tomorrow, I'm planning on playing a little bit of Arena Cube, warm up for it. I don't think these cards are good enough to lock me into something. I kind of want to take this top. Make it to CubeCon, Snow. I'll give you a drubbing in person. Nice music. Yeah, Brain Freeze can potentially do messed up stuff with top. We'll see. See if that ends up happening. Monastery Minter's also really good with top. Do you do that over the Basalt Monolith, though? I think so. Does this deck meld? They all meld. I'm gonna take fourth here. Rejar's up there. Fourth kind of makes me wish I'd grabbed the Basalt Monolith. Pretty easy for us to ditch the Brain Freeze. Yeah, I guess we just take the dual hum. So we take the Basalt Monolith and Battlesphere is like starting to feel like a thing. Put ourselves in the workshop seat. Another duel or an LED. Let's take the LED. That Mystic Forge I was kind of talking about for a top. Yeah, not really high on any of these. I guess Sash is a sideboard card. I'm aware Helm of Awakening could wheel. I think I took Brain Freeze. Not only could wheel, is very likely to, right? Because the only person that's going to want it is someone that's already also in combo. And we got the LED kind of late. Yeah, right, DBB. Oh, the jar's back too, nice. Kind of got everything we wanted out of that pack. Yeah, we're missing the enchantment Yog's Will thing that I can never remember the name of. Each. And other than that, we're just like there. What's up, Mox? Could use some other draw engines, I suppose. An E-Tutor would be a nice wheel. Yeah, we're getting a good version of that Mystic Forge deck that I played earlier and O2'd with. Is there no way that E-Tutor wheels? Why would there not be a way that E-Tutor wheels? E-Tutor isn't a high pick for a lot of decks unless you're doing the artifact thing, and we have most of the juicy artifacts that we saw in pack 1. And Line Tutor's good, but it's not like a card that people are like fucking windmill slamming, right? Looks like a great balanced deck so far, and a lot of cards we can just dump into play. It's the latest I've seen on Mox go, 4th or 5th pick. So there's a few options here. Athari could just like be a card in the deck. I don't think I'm gonna do that though. I think it's between the Tarn and the Dark Ritual for me. Not sure which I like better. Wasn't looking to add another color, but it could be good. Maybe Vamp's better than Dark Ritual. We're trying to like piece a 3-card combo together. Maybe the Tarn's better. We have top, you know. Spiral's kind of good here. The Talismans are kind of good too. Zerda? Why do you want a Zerda? I didn't take the Basalt Monolith. This is like the least Mana Leak deck ever, but that might just be the pick here. The odds that I'm going to want this Strip Mine. Pretty low, I think. Hey, thanks, Leech Troll. Hope you're having a good one too. Let's see. So we got Badlands, Brainstorm. This is like another Helm of Awakening in terms of the combo. Well, I guess we're not necessarily reds. The Badlands isn't necessarily a fixer. Last deck did not trophy. No trophies on the day. I guess I want this. Scrapwork's a little bit better with Mystic Forge. Switch is much better if we actually get the Academy. Cool. So far wishing I grabbed the Scalding Tarn over the Vamp, but that's okay. Interesting cover. Yeah. Haven't seen never got to see Evergreen Terrace live. They have a few albums that I really dig though. I'm supposed to grab the Triome there, in case I do play the Vamp Tutor. We got the Enlightened Tutor though. stacks the cards that I don't think I'm playing. There's like a bat's chance in hell. We're a little short on playables, which increases the chance that I play some of them. Play the red cards. I dig this talisman. I'm not sure, the blue-white talisman. I'm not sure about the Wheel of Fortune. We do have some nice fast mana for it. Pretty good talisman, though. One cool thing about Wheel of Fortune specifically is a draw 7. Wheel of Fortune and Memory Jar both make it easier to brain freeze out your opponent. I think that's enough for me. Miserable ass pack. I don't think we can afford this Yogg's Will. Mana commitment wise, I don't think we can play it. But I don't know what else we would take out of this pack, right? Not a force negation deck. Like I don't even really want to play this mana leak. These artifacts are just not what I'm looking for. I'm supposed to grab the remand. There's an outside chance you can pair it with Brain Freeze, like remand your own Brain Freeze and then recast it. And it's so clunky though. Chromos Seed Shark is sweet here, but like not really what we're looking to do. We kind of already have that angle covered with the Monastery Mentor. We don't need that many of that effect. I think I'm just supposed to grab some shitty artifact to keep my artifact count up for Mystic Forge. So I think I'm just like playing a relic. Kind of hate it. Echo's interesting. Echo's pretty good with the LED hum. That's the grab here. The issue with Ragavan is we're just not attacking ever. We don't have a bunch of like removal to force it through and stuff. It's just gonna be dead a lot of the time. Still no Breach. Bergie's kind of interesting. Rona's pretty good. I don't know which of those cards is more important. Highlight here. Too bad we can't play the Citadel. Like no ways of getting it in play. Wow. So we're gonna take the Saga over Twister. The cool thing about Saga is that it tutors the top, like it tutors one of our combo pieces, right? And tutoring LED is gonna be good if we have Echo. Tutoring Soul Ring is gonna be good, like all the other times that those other two cards aren't good. This is a really nice Saga deck. We can even fix our mana by getting Sapphire if we needed to. Reservoir seems like a pickup here. Reservoir is another way to go to turn the Mystic Forge plus top into lethal. Potentially even without a cost reducer, without the Urza or the Helm too. Just playing top over and over. The Talisman Wield, oh that's so good for me. I'm pretty sure Talisman's better than Dynamo. Yeah, Dynamo's not even ramping us too much. Yeah, so we didn't get the Breach for Brain Freeze LED, but like we got everything else. Really happy with that. The dregs in that pack 3, the back half of it, and really helped us out. Talisman wheeling was a really big deal. Better than Recruiter. We can't play well. We don't have any black fixing. Yeah, I was really concerned. The late Reservoir helps a lot. The Talisman helps a lot. Saga was like the big thing. I'm gonna play the Soul Ring as a land here. I don't think I'm gonna main deck 4th, but like, you could just play it, right? You could just play it and have it be a win con. Maybe I need it. Maybe I need one more playable. Or I could play the Soul Ring as a playable, or I could play the Seething Song. The reason I like the Shark Typhoon here is because it kind of works as a hardcast win con in these spell-based Storm decks. Would have liked to have replaced the Mana Leak. That's alright. I think this might just be the deck. Is Reclamation doing anything interesting? You could crack LED and flashback Reclamation, targeting LED and question mark. Exactly, Killer Switch. When you know what deck you're gonna be doing, basically you start picking up fixing when you can, which is not a great answer. But I like to have some semblance of what I'm trying for before I start prioritizing fixing. And some decks need it more than others, right? Like earlier we drafted a Rafellos deck and I was prioritizing Tropical Island and Breeding Pool really, really highly. Because Rafellos like just needs you to have those forests. So not just fixing, but also specific fixing. Some drafters prefer to draft good fixing first and playables later. Yeah, it's fucking wrong. Yeah, I have kind of already made my opinion of that clear, Mucho Man. I think it's fucking wrong. I don't have anything else to add or really want to discuss it further. It is cool that other people like to make wrong picks. I think you'd have to have a pretty weak pack before it's correct to get fixing, before you even like know what colors you're in. It's kind of similar to, so earlier today I like pack one picked one to Mox Opal, which I didn't try and defend as correct, but you're like forcing at that point, as opposed to like taking an actual pack one pick one, and then like playing it if that color's open. Yeah, if you're always doing the multicolored thing, that's a little different. Little different than like as a blanket strategy that anybody could follow. If someone's like asking you when to take fixing, don't tell them to just like pack one, pick one, dual lands and shit. If that's only correct if you're, you know, playing 3 or 4 color decks on the regular. It's not a good answer. So this would be 8 blue sources. I can get sapphire, so it's like sort of more than that even. 8 white, 6 red. I feel like we can 7/7 red and white here. And leave blue at 8. We can also get some cheese wins. This deck also just has some cheese wins, right? Like we could just have a fast balance, or dump a hand, play a draw 7, get an advantage that way. Or like sometimes there's a saga just kills people. I'm a little unsure about whether this hand's a keep. Relic's just like a cantrip here. Thinking about the deck for a sec. The ways that we have of binning Echo are Faithless Looting and LED and Frantic Search. So we'd be drawing towards one of those. If we mulligan this hand, even though it's got a Mox Sapphire in it, like you are getting a chance at a Soul Ring hand. So it's like not that scary. You could draw a Saga, you could draw a Soul Ring, you could draw E-Tutor that gets either of those cards. I think this hand's a mull. I don't think it's like a crazy keep, right? Like you are cantripping the Relic and then drawing for the turn. Like you might get something. If the mana was slightly better, if we had like a white source instead of the second red or something, I think I'd be into it, but gross. I guess I keep. Yeah, maybe this is supposed to go back too. We do have a balance in here, right? We can maybe mulligan more aggressively. Balance and 3 draw 7s. Or just 2 draw 7s, right? No, there's 3. There's 3. I guess Spiral's like kind of hard to cast if you go too low, though. There's like no way we Mana Flare pass, right? Yeah, maybe this balance fucking sucks. Could've just passed. It's a 1 for 3. I mean, it's a 2 for 3, right? Because I spend the balance too. But like, when are we planning on casting this Wheel of Fortune? Getting the Rex Sage is kind of nice with our Urza's Saga. It's not nothing. Eternal Witness rebuy. It's Stone and Weak Stone. Interesting. Oh yeah, Flare Pass would have gotten fucking destroyed. Hopefully they didn't bin Rex Sage because they had other disenchant effects, Oh yeah, Tom Petty. Yeah, they're good live. There's something to activating Saga here, but I feel like that's not how we're winning games of Magic with this deck. We made them discard 3 cards. DJ is mix. And they ended up discarding that Rex Sage, so appears to be working out pretty well for me. Game plan. The game plan appears to be smacking me. The post-combat questing beast? Oh no. I was planning on getting top, but maybe just grab Soul Ring here. What are my odds of finding top anyway? The Mana Flare's back. Oh boy! These were not ideal draws. I guess I just pass Mana Leak something. Flare pass? I mean, we can play the Flare off the Soul Ring next turn if we really want to play it. Flux? Yeah, Ether Flux plus Citadel generally wins. Well, Soul Ring Mirror, They have Soul Ring and Recall in there. Nice. So on board, they're attacking for 7. I'm a little worried about dying. We can gain like 3 life here. I'm thinking about casting Shark Typhoon and playing the LED and just passing. Could play Monastery Mentor, then play 2 spells. And then you're gaining 6 life. But you're also passing with Mana Flare, which I don't think I like against their deck. I think it's too much. Maybe I should be cycling the Shark Typhoon. It's like kind of a win con, but it's like kind of a win con the same way the Mentor's a win con. Yeah, let's just make a fucking 5/5. Trade with their QB. Does that make playing Mana Flare better? Into Cycle Shark Typhoon, make a 6/6. Eat Questing Beast. Certainly a risk, Yeah, this is chill. Yeah, I like the idea of playing the Shark Typhoon here. But I think we need the card, I'm thinking about, like, what do I want to actually do next turn? It's kind of brutal. I shouldn't have played out the LED, probably. Hey. Well, that's fucking interesting, That's fucking interesting. My things! Oh, I'm glad I played the LED now. I think we're in a spot where we can Mana Flare now. A lot of mana, only 2 cards in hand. Well, there's that. Yeah, when you're playing with Mentor, you really have to auto-yield those triggers. Just way too much otherwise. Thinking about cracking LED, but maybe I want to see the color that I need first. I don't really care about discarding this Inspiring Vantage. Hey Jorbs, thanks for the resub. Jorbs says the very pleasant message of, hey Caleb DMTG, I was just thinking about what I should do with my life. I realized I should watch you jam to music and draft Vintage Cube. Thanks, buddy. Hope you're doing well. There's like no benefit to playing this Faithless Looting, right? I think we want to crack the LED for blue. Now, Frantic Search I could see. Especially with this Mana Flare down. That's kind of nice. They have a response here, Let's cycle in a Triumph, sure. Wow, exactly enough mana to play this Frantic Search, too. Storm kind of 8 here. So we find the Brain Freeze, it's bound to be lethal. Spinning top does look a little bit deeper than just tapping top and replaying it, but we want to get all of our plays in first here. I think that can do it for me, We do want to play the top first, of course. And then we're going to Enlighten Tutor for the thing that makes everything cost 1 less. And then we'll play that off the top, and then we can cycle through this until we find Brain Freeze. gonna be the literal last card, and they're gonna have an Eldrazi for me. Hey, Uncle Phil, thanks for the 39 months. Yeah, not a lot of wiggle room for fucking up this turn, huh? Ah, there's so many fucking prowess triggers. We've shuffled since we bought on Brain Freeze. Pretty sure. Then Enlightened Tutor I cast, right? Typing out Brain Freeze in chat if they want to scoop. And again, we don't know if they have an answer or not, like an Eldrazi in their deck. Would take just as much time as actually casting my shit here. I'd have to like literally adjust my settings to chat with my opponent. Chat with the fucking... the chat advice, And then your opponent might not even scoop anyway after you do all that. Storm count of 21, not bad, not too shabby. Hey, Brain Freeze. I'm gonna Brain Freeze them now on F6. Why isn't it letting me cast it? Should have priority right now, right? Oh, because it's a Mystic Forge, I need to literally draw it. That makes sense. I'm so used to having Citadel. So I'm going to actually give Moto a restart in between games here. Because that was kind of a lot. That was kind of a lot. And now is a really good time to restart it. Because we have that sideboard timer. I can run an ad while I'm fucking reloading, so we don't have people getting shut up by pre-rolls in the actual game. That's always nice. Big Caleb. All right. Hey, B Punch, thanks for 27 months. Oh shit, what up? My hair's looking good today, thanks. I know if we wanted to sideboard, we could. Hey, Wrath of God's better than Mana Leak. That Mana Leak was clutch, though, huh? Countering Natural Order. You think they had me? You think I was dead? This Relic looks god-awful, the Relic of Progenitus. They could board in an Eldrazi, and then cracking the Relic with the Eldrazi shuffle in the stack. Could be good. What about Bergie? What if we just cut Bergie here? I think I just want Wrath against them is all. Bergie's another card that's like not a hit for Aetherflux Reservoir, so I feel better about cutting it. Even though Relic's like not really a card. So we can either Enlighten Tutor for Soul Ring on turn 1. We can Enlighten Tutor for Soul Ring. We can Enlighten Tutor for Urza Saga. We can Enlighten Tutor for... There's kind of a lot. There's kind of a lot of options. We know they have some disenchant, so I might just chill on it. Does Mystic Forge make me want top or Soul Ring more? I wonder if I run out of Aetherflux Reservoir, if that might bait out a disenchant. Alright, I'm getting Soul Ring now. And then I think I'm gonna run out the Reservoir here and see if that can bait removal. And then next turn we might even be able to play Mystic Forge and then get value out of it if there's some cheapos on top. Or we can hardcast Shark Typhoon. Maybe that's a good line. The Talisman does open up more artifact disenchant creatures, so that's something to keep in mind. We could cycle Shark Typhoon or cast Memory Jar instead of the Mystic Forge. If the Mystic Forge dies, it's just like a little more obnoxious to try and win is all. Yeah, let's play Jar. Let's play Jar and play Coast and just pass here. New Metalocalypse movie? Is that on HBO? What's that on? HBO? Caleb, are you referring to Max? The place to watch HBO? Yeah, I guess. Natural Order. Well, that's terrifying. Reservoir. Interesting. Just playing more shit out. They're not repping lethal, you know? We got time. It feels like we got a turn or two. Yeah, I think the Field of the Dead means that they're a primetime deck, so they're base green with enough duels in it there to trigger Field of the Dead. Ooh, that's rebuying the Rex Sage. But it doesn't look like they have the mana to cast the Rex Sage this turn. They're rebuying Natural Order? I guess sacking Woodfall Primus to Natural Order is better than casting a Rex Sage. That's fair enough. They can even kill me next turn. We are about to make some sharks. That's what we have going for us here. So we Wheel of Fortune now. Then end of turn, Memory Jar is going to make us discard the Wheel of Fortune hand, right? And what do we go back to? Each card they exile this way. So we would Wheel of Fortune, we would discard this hand, we would get a new one, then we would discard this hand, we would still get the Memory Jar stuff back, which is a relic or whatever. So opponent's got 20 cards. Yeah, I guess we just wheel, get another fucking Shark token at least. We could tap Forage. Kind of like drawing the Urza, but I guess I'll bin it. Kind of feel like I'm dead, but whatever. All right, your turn. Please don't kill me. I feel like Craterhoof is deadly here. Oh no, it's only 2 creatures attacking, right? The sack the Woodfall. He'll be summoning sick. Endurance. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter, right? Endurance here. It's like really unimportant. If they're gonna endurance one of us, yeah, endurance themselves. It doesn't matter, like we're gonna play a draw 7 next turn, I imagine. Yeah, they're gonna sack the Woodfall Primus and they're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I guess if I'd run the Relic out, I could be like cracking to kill the Woodfall Primus here. They're killing the Mystic Forge? Maybe they just have another disenchant. They're answering both permanents here. The Shark Typhoon and the Mystic Forge. Oh, they're not. I thought that was gonna get Knight of the Reliquary. Or Knight of the whatever disenchant creature they have in their neck. Assume that's what they were doing. Just have mana flaring. I could flashback Faithless Looting to bin the Echo too. Do you want to play the Relic first? Kind of matters, right? Could be a shark. Shoot. Land drop, huh? Storm counts 3. They have 23 cards in the library. So we Brain Freeze for... I guess I'll do this because we're making some snakes too. I do lose my Echo, but I have another draw 7 with a Memory Jar here. I guess I spin Hum. Well, I guess we see we drew that endurance. It looks like they didn't draw it. And they had Crater Hoof in there. We've successfully avoided them. Natural ordering for Crater Hoof. They do have a lot of mana thanks to this Mana Flare. We'll see if that gets us before we get a chance to untap and play a draw 7, huh? Athari is pretty fucked up, Turnpike Bear, yeah. Oh, are they gonna play the X tutor spell and just like tutor the Crater Hoof from their graveyard? Finale. Finale would work. That'd be kind of brutal because we'd only have 7 minutes for game 3. Thragtusk, that's not gonna do it. That's just not gonna do it at all. I don't know if I can think of a card that's less likely to do it here than Thragtusk. Gotta play your stuff, I guess. Gotta jam it. Jar takes it. Yeah, there's a Wheel of Fortune in here too. I just want to have the Memory Jar in play before I play Wheel of Fortune. I'm not like trying to slow roll my opponent here. The nice thing about playing the wheel is we can respond with Memory Jar if something weird happens. If they were to discard an Eldrazi here and get an Eldrazi trigger, we could respond by cracking Jar, making them draw on an empty graveyard. Yeah, that's fine. Grindy usually implies that you're trading, like you're playing like counters and removal for the opponent and grinding them down with your attrition. And we're not doing that. We have like one piece of interaction in the whole deck. Wow. That's probably not resolving, right? Should be the last one I play. This Time Spiral a good card? It is. It's a good one. We talking Flare now? We're not. We're upticking to Fairy. Terrifying. Yeah, maybe they love that Mana Flare with the Teferi giving them cards. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Conduit Dan, thanks for the 75 months. Love me some World Inferno, too. My reservoir? Oh, no. Amazing. Is this still like mana leaks? We'll see. Who paid it out their only counter? Yeah, so few counters over there. Hey, Custard Can, thanks for the sub. Grinded X? Yeah, my opponent's is more what I would describe as that, huh? Colonnade getting in. They have their film. Guess I should have jammed this last turn instead of the Jar, huh? A little bit better when you still have the Flare in play. They get to draw a Mastermind card. Is this enough? I mean, they probably have a counter for me. Storm count of 4. Yeah, Brain Freeze does not beat a counter here. You put the Wheel of Fortune on the stack and then Brain Freeze them. And a counter spell beats you. I understand you can hold priority with the wheel. Milling 15 loses to a single counterspell on Brain Freeze. I'm wondering if not holding priority with Wheel of Fortune is better. Like if you just cast Wheel of Fortune and then pass priority to them, see if they want to counter it. Oh, but then they're not countering the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, good call. Yeah, holding priority makes sense then. And it's hard for them to have 2 counters with only 2 mana up hum, thanks to them answering the flare. I like this Talco band. I wonder if this killed them. It must have, right? We're exacting. Oh, there's the counterspell anyway. Subtlety on Cathar Commando. Very cute, but unless you can do this play fucking 8 more times. Or 7 more times. I think Wheel of Fortune still got you, opponent. Maybe if they have Force Negation for Wheel of Fortune, that'd be a sick win. They did not, in fact, have Force Negation. Well, that's a lot of disruption, huh? I'm thinking about a bunch of disenchants and shit. I wonder if this is a matchup to board in 4th as an all-win con. Just crack the relic, sure. No, Mastermind's second draw of the turn. Right? Yeah, it has to be the second card each turn. So growing a card on their turn with relic does nothing. You left when it wasn't looking great, and now you missed out. That's what you get for betting on the opponent. Only the true faithful. Yeah, what if I cut Bergie again? Cut Bergie and bring in 4th. You're bad? No worries, Amarak. I had to double check. Library aim. I think I waited turn on Saga. No, let's play the Saga now. Like the Saga planning is their strat. I mean, I was planning on just casting Forge next turn, and the reason to play Saga here. Want to top that? Well, now I kind of want to activate the Saga. I guess I'll top it. Like, we still have the LED and the looting and the Forge and everything. Ciao, Bella, ciao, Bella, ciao, ciao, ciao. Yeah, activating Saga is good. I think triggering Mentor is better. I dig it. They're down underneath library. We have some pressure. Saga, I think, is going to get top for me here. We could float and then crack Islet and play Tom. I think I like activating fine. Now that I'm here, I kind of regret it. Activating. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just played the Reservoir. No, I don't want to attack with a Mentor in case they've got Snapcaster to eat it mid-combat and stuff. Let's spin top, actually. Could find Soul Ring. And they've already played Subtlety, so I'm not worried about Snapcaster on Mentor now. Do we need to have like 2 flash creatures? And this is really nice. So like if they can't answer my board here, next turn we play top, get Mentor triggers, tap top to draw. Wanderer is pretty strong. And they eat the Mentor mid-combat. They upticked. Do they have a sweeper? They must have a sweeper if they're upticking. And they just didn't play the sweeper last turn because our Saga wasn't gone yet. Yeah, that's fair. Interesting to still have Rathen versus me, but it worked out, huh? I've got a hunch there's 2 lands on top of my library. So I could have played one more spell there and get another 4 and, you know, get to Aetherflux the hard way. Not a bad card, huh? That 4th. Not a bad card. The artist for this song is Do It With Malice. Awkward ad break is awkward. I think this game's probably wrapped up, though. We'll see. See if they've got Snap Wrath for me. Fracture. 1 token answered. Attacking me to get the monarchy. Oh, shit. Cracking does burn my Mystic Forge. My 4th and my Mentor. All my ways of dealing damage. I guess I'll just crack this. I'm short of mana of doing it one more time anyway. Home Awakening plus top doesn't win the game by its lonesome, because you need to be able to play the top off the top of your library. And ad runs every, ideally every half an hour is what it's said to set towards Remnant. And I try and time them during sideboarding. That's the minimum required to turn off pre-rolls. It is buggy fucking technology, though. Sometimes I don't get the notification, so I can't, like, snooze it in time. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Variable, thanks to 78 months. Yeah, let's play the Helm. We had the double win. We had the Aetherflux 50 damage, when they're at 1 life, by the way. And then we also had the Brain Freeze mill win. They're both good. They're both good. They're all good. We can even mill them this turn with the Brain Freeze, too, because we have Wheel. Mole, right? Yeah, Mole. Fuck, I guess. I don't know. Let's Mole again. If you go to 4, you're just, like, fishing for balance, which is a strat, but I feel like this is slightly higher to get there. Maybe not. Have any of my viewers, have any of y'all gotten to play Kumanon Faces Kakazan? I think it looks good. This is like a fierce curve. I think it looks strong. I did win a game from the exile clause being beneficial. I was playing a reanimator deck and they burned some blocker, but that meant that my shallow grave was able to actually get my good creature. No third land. I think we wait and play the memory jar as opposed to wheeling here. Like they might just be hitting me for 3, no play. Exactly, Hellstorm. Yeah, you remember. Having the brain freeze trapped in the memory jar hand, I guess that doesn't really matter, right? Because at the end of turn, you get your hand back. So if you want to play your brain freeze at EOT, you can. Just make sure you leave the 2 mana up for it. We also might crack jar, flood the board, gain a bunch of life. Oh, they're just fucking upbraiding. I don't think we crack jar. Yeah, I think we just let it die. Third land. Yeah, it's more about like what gives us the best chance of doing something relevant next turn. I don't think it helps us at all. Because we're about to like wheel away the everything anyway. Well, I guess we do this first. And see if we can wait a turn. Reservoir is one of the cards that I was thinking about potentially wheeling into if we had like a really sick draw. There's land number 3. There's Rabble Master. Okay. Let's see if this wheel can find me a fucking win, huh? One card that would be nice to rip here is your cards cost 1 less. It'd be nice to play that pre-wheel. Talisman is not the card I want. I'm just gonna cast the wheel. Being Fire Blast in response. God damn it. This just means that I just like kind of wish they just Fire Blasted me before their turn. Now we need to draw like LED plus Echo or some crazy combination of shit. How do we feel about this balance? We go down to 1 land. The only option? I mean, I didn't ask if there were other options. I asked how you felt about it. We could Enlighten Tutor for LED and play out the top and then tap top to draw the LED and then play the LED, which gains like a shitload of life, right? E-Tutor would be another 5. Top would be another 6. And then the LED itself would be another 7. So 13 plus 5 is 18. Plus 7, I'd go up to 25. You know, they wouldn't have lethal. What's our other hand? Our other hand is nothing, right? Because we wheeled. Yeah, this is all we have. They have 6 cards left in their library. That doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. Because I was not jarred. No, this is Wheel of Fortune. This is just our hand. We do not cast Balance off LED. We would just be at 25 and pass the turn. Yeah, the issue... Oh, I guess Balance doesn't make us discard our hand, does it? Because they're the ones with 7 in their hand. Although, if we just go up to 25 right now... We go up to 25 right now. How much damage do they have in play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. They have 12 damage. So we go down to 13. I'm thinking if we dump the top, the tutor, all that stuff, and go get the LED, the next turn we can like use the balance to nuke their hand as well. Like just put them on actual 0 cards. First spell is 4, not 5. Oh, okay. I just looked at the storm count. Is it? But did I play the reservoir this turn or something? I don't see why it's 4 and then this is 3. I don't know what I'm missing. Didn't I jar this turn? No, the jar got abraded. Oh, their Fire Blast added to the storm count. Right. Okay, so then if we Enlighten Tutor for LED, only gain 4, play top, gain 5, that's 9, and then 6. 9 plus 6 is 15. We'd be gaining 15. We'd going up to 22. Is that right? Just three less life than before. Still seems good to me. The difference, like, Balance being able to nuke their hand seems relevant to me. Leaving up red next turn doesn't matter. Are they going to crack the Bowman Courier in response to the Balance? It just doesn't do anything. Right mazes in. 6 turns is a lot of turns. That's why I'm doing this line. We also get to do a little mini top storm turn this next turn. Try to be Jucifer. No reason not to play the land, huh? Float one more. Oh shit. I'm holding control. It didn't give me the... Okay, they're scooping. Yeah, we crack LED here, and then we get to play top and get another 4 life, and then another 5, and then another... You know, we're getting a shit... We're not only nuking them down to 2 lands and no cards in hand, but we also get to play the top like another 3 times this turn. Just like a lot of life. Maybe Mana Leak's a cut on the draw, huh? Leave the Shark Typhoon in. I like that Athari's coming in. That brings me joy. Yeah, you get to play the Soul Ring too. Did they miss lethal? Yeah, they could have Fire Blasted me on their turn when I was at 4. They just like sandbagged it to see what I would do. And when I fucking killed them. Bringing Kitchen Finks? No way. That card fucking sucks. Do we need the White Stars for Wrath? I think we've got like 7, and then Frantic Surge can fix sometimes. Mana Flare can fix sometimes. I think this is fine. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Shark Typhoon over Brain Freeze. Or no. Mana Leak. Mana Leak. That's the card I wanted to cut. We're only 3 minutes behind them too. It's an instant. Yeah, you gotta play your instants at instant speed. I wonder if I'm supposed to keep this actually, just because we don't have like Soul Ring and fast mana and stuff. We got it's tempting because we got like 3 of the 4 combo pieces, but like, do we just die before we get to Mystic Forge? Is a question. No white mana either. Frantic Surge bails me out, or a draws. No 1-drop. Yes, they've got a lot of 1-drops too. Brain Freeze gaining me 2 life. That's how we won that last game. Fuck. Should have spawned on upkeep, huh? I was thinking there's a chance I drew Talisman. They're just off it? They're just off it? They just flood or something? Jeez. Wow. Maybe that's the a shame scoop for missing the Fire Blast. For not Fire Blasting. Maybe they're just off it now. Easier to concede after being a little disheartened, Felt they had it all locked up. Yeah, I mean, GG. Must have just flooded. If they just like don't have a turn 3 play there. It must have been some tilt, Maybe they kept a hand with like a braid or something. Just didn't get there any. You're a bit disappointed. Yeah, we had plenty of time for game 2 and 3. I was excited to combo some more. But I mean, if you're not having fun, if you're not feeling it, no reason to force yourself to play, right?
Thank you.